Hello, this is Teacher Abel. Today I am going to teach you Science for Grade 5. Our lesson is taken from Unit 3 and we are going to talk about animals. And we are going to focus on vertebrates. For our reference, we are going to use Science for Grade 5 for bilingual program learners, Sarasa's affiliated schools. When you were in grade 3, you learned about the classifications of animals. Do you still remember them? So what are they? So before we'll move on our lesson, let us learn about the vocabulary. What are the terms or what are the words that you are going to learn in this lesson? So let's start. So the first is gills. What do you mean by gills? These are the organs used by fish to breathe. What else? You have also mammals. What is the meaning of mammals? Mammals are a group of animals whose females milk to feed their young. And then you have also reptiles. Reptiles are cold-blooded scaly vertebrates with an outer covering of scales. And then you have also scale. What do you mean by scale? It is a thin, bony plate protecting the skin of fish and reptiles. Vertebrates. What is the meaning of vertebrates? These are animals that have a backbone. Wriggling. It is used to move with short, twisting movement. Usually the fish are using this one, wriggling their tails. The last vocabulary, so you have amphibians. Amphibians are animals that can live on the land and in the water. So those are the vocabularies or the words that you're going to learn in this topic. So what are they again? So you have gills, mammals, reptiles, scale, vertebrates, wriggling, and amphibians. So let us proceed to our lesson. Classification of animals. Scientists have divided animal kingdom into two main groups. The first groups are the vertebrates. What do you mean by vertebrates? Animals with a backbone. Now let us see some examples. So we have the human being. So we have dirty backbone. What else? We have also dog having backbone. So any animals having backbone are called vertebrates. Now let us see the second main groups. It is the invertebrates. What do you mean by invertebrates? These are animals without a backbone. So it's the opposite. Animals without a backbone. What are some examples? Let us see. You have there, what's the name of this? It is spider. And then you have also, what is this? Scorpion. Now, there are some animals. So, any animals without backbone are called invertebrates. So, let us continue. So, vertebrates. What is the meaning of vertebrates? Vertebrates are animals with backbone. Now, what are the animals having backbones? So, you have fish. What else? Cow. What else? You have also crocodile and chicken. So, all of these animals having backbone. About 5% of all animals have backbone as well as bones inside their limbs and head. What are some examples of vertebrates? So you have fish, frogs, lizards, snakes, birds, dogs, lions, and human beings. Now, there are 5 subgroups of vertebrates. So we have fish, reptiles or reptiles, mammals, amphibians, and birds. Let us learn about the 5 subgroups of vertebrates. So let's start. So the first one is the fish. What do you mean by fish? So fish are the oldest animals with backbone. We have here a picture of a fish, so you have 30 backbones there. What else? Fish also are considered as cold-blooded animals. What do you mean by cold-blooded animals? These are animals that they cannot adapt or they cannot adjust their body temperature. So let us see some of pictures here. Fish also lay eggs. So you can see there the picture of eggs of fish. What else? Fish also have moist skin covered in scales. Fish also get oxygen from water and breathe through their gills. And then fish swims by wriggling their tails. Their fins also help them to balance and steer. So we said fish swim by wriggling their tails. So let us see there. So there you have there when the fish is wriggling their tails, and their fins will help them to balance and steer or while they are moving. So that is how the fish move. What else? We said that fish have scales and gills. Now let us see in this picture. So you have the inside of this one, you have there this part, what you call that one? It is called gills. And then this part, you have the area, it is called also scales. Now this part and then that one, they are called fins. So those are the parts of the fish. So let us see what are the example of fish. So this one is, so the first is shark. What else? You have also mackerel. What else? You have salmon. What else? You have also carp and milkfish. Are there some? You have also golden fish. Now there are some names of fish, but those are the ones that I enumerated. Let us learn more about fish. So we will have fun fact. A female salmon lays 3,000 eggs. Only 1 or 2 survive to lay the next generation of eggs. So this one can cause the salmon species to be endangered because look at it. Even the female salmon will lay 3,000 eggs. It is only 2 or 1 will survive for the next generation. Now let's move on. So what is the name of this animal? It is called frog. Now what classification of animal is frog? So frog is under amphibians. What are amphibians? They are cold-blooded animals. What did we say about cold-blooded animals? Those are animals that they cannot adjust their body temperature. What else? Amphibians also lay eggs. Amphibians also have smooth moist skin. And then they also live on land as well as in the water. What else? Amphibians also breathe through their skin on land and in the water. When they grown up, they breathe with their lungs and skins. So those are amphibians. Let us see a life cycle of a frog, wherein this frog is an example of amphibian. Now, what did we say about amphibians? So we said that amphibians are animals. They stay on land and in water. So the frogs, when they are young, they stay in the water. So let us see. So we have dirty tadpole. So when they are tadpole, they stay in the water. Now, when they become an adult, they live on land. And then after that, they again lay eggs. And then the eggs become again tadpole, and then as is goes. So that is the life cycle of a frog. So when they are young, they stay in water. And then when they are an adult, they stay on land. So both they stay in the water and on the land. What are some examples of amphibians? So the first one is the toad. What else? We have also salamander, newt, and frogs. So those are some examples of amphibians. In a usual animal, who will give birth? Is it the female or the male? Now we usually see it is the female, right? For example, the human being, the female will be pregnant until 9 or 7 or 8 months, and then they give birth. Now let us see also some fun fact about frog. So a male Darwin's frog keeps the female egg in pouch in his tooth until they have matured into tiny frogs. So the male will keep the female egg in his tooth until if it is matured, and then he can allow the small frogs to or tiny frogs to come out. So that is a fun fact about male Darwin's frog. Let us learn more about the 5 subgroups of vertebrates. So we'll already learn about the fish. Next is the amphibians. Okay, next is the reptiles. What are reptiles? Reptiles are considered as cold-blooded animals. What did I say about cold-blooded animals? These are animals that they cannot adjust their body temperature. So when they are exposed to very hot or very cold temperature, they can easily die because they cannot adjust their body temperature. What else? Reptiles also lay eggs on land. Example, you have dirty crocodile, snake also. Reptiles also breathe with their lungs. What else? Their skin are covered with scales. So we have here a body of a crocodile or a alligator, wherein you can easily see the scales. We have also snakes. Reptiles have 4 legs or no leg. Now let us see an example of reptiles having 4 legs. So you have here the crocodile there having 4 legs. What about reptiles having no leg? It is the snake. So you can see there is no leg that you can see there. What are some examples of reptiles? So you have crocodile. What else? You have also lizard. What else? You have snake. And then you have also turtle and tortoise. Now, what is the difference between turtle and tortoise? It is their habitat. Turtle, they mostly spend their life in water. Tortoise, they dwells on land, meaning they mostly spend their life on land. So that is their differences. Yeah, let us learn about some examples of reptiles. So the first picture, what is the name of this animal? It is snake. What else? We have also tortoise, iguana, alligator, and crocodile. There are some reptiles, but those again are the animals that I just enumerated. We have crocodile and alligator as an example of reptiles. How are we going to differentiate crocodile from alligator? So you have there this one, and then you have also this one, you have the crocodile, that one, and then there. Now, how are we going to differentiate the two? So we are going to look at the physical appearance, especially on the head part. So how are we going to differentiate the two? First is the alligator. So looking at the head of the alligator, it is, what is the shape? It is U-shape. So that is the alligator. And then what about for the crocodile? It is somewhat similar to a V shape. So crocodile is a V shape. So that is how you are going to differentiate crocodile from alligator. Fun facts about crocodile. So a Nile crocodile allows small birds into its mouth to clean between the crocodile's teeth. So you can see here the small birds trying to clean the teeth of the crocodile. So a crocodile allows the bird. So even the crocodile open its mouth, and then you have there the small bird cleaning. Let us continue. So the fourth one is the birds. So the birds are the one of the subgroups of vertebrates. What are birds? What are some examples of birds? So we said birds are considered also as warm-blooded animals. What do you mean by warm-blooded animals? Animals which they can adopt body temperature, or they can adjust their body temperature. What else? They lay eggs also. It's like also a reptiles, or like the reptiles wherein they lay eggs. So you can see the given example here, bird having eggs. What else? Have also feathers. So you have there let us see an illustration of a bird. You have there the feathers. What else? Birds also have beak. So have beak. So this one is the beak. And they have also wings. So birds have wings there. Those, you call this one the wings. And then birds have also two legs. Okay, so you can see the one and two legs. Unlike the reptiles having four or no leg, right? The birds have always having two legs. Let us again identify the parts of the bird. So this one, what do we call this one? They are wings. What about this part? What's the name? It is called as the beak. Correct. It is beak. And then you have there the having always two. They are called the legs. Now, if you are going to remove this one, and then we are going to put it there. So you call this one as the feathers. So feathers. What are some examples of birds? So the first picture is, what is the name of this? So it is called turkey. So this one is turkey. Next, we have also cockatoo. So this one is cockatoo. What else? Oh, parrot. And then you have also pigeon. And then you have peacock. So those are some examples of birds. Let us learn more about birds. So let us have first fun fact here. What can you see in the picture? You can see, what is that? It is a hummingbird, right? What is the hummingbird doing? So the hummingbird is flying backward. So hummingbirds are the only bird that can fly backwards, but they cannot walk. Now, what are the name of these animals? They are also ducks. So they are considered birds. Now, let us proceed on the second fun facts about birds. A duck's quack doesn't echo and no one can knows why. So even the ducks quack very loud and it does not echo. Let us continue the third fun fact about birds. So the world's biggest bird that can fly, it is called as, what is the name of this? It is called as ostrich. The ostrich is 2.7 meters tall. So if you are going to measure from this one and then going up, so you're going to get the height. So it is 2.7 meters tall. What else? Its egg weigh over 1.5 kilos each. So you have there the ostrich having eggs, and one egg or an egg weigh over 1.5 kilos. So it is heavy. So let us have the last subgroups of vertebrates. So we have mammals. Now what are mammals? Mammals give birth to live young. For example, the dog, so you have the puppies wherein they give birth to live young. Mammals also feed their babies with their own milk. Mammals also have more or less covered with hair. Example, the human being, you have we have our human or hair, or you have also the monkeys. But for the dog, the hair, it is called as the fur. What is spelling of fur? F-U-R. So for a dog, it is called as fur. But for a human being, or you have the monkeys, we call it hair. Now, mammals are also considered as warm-blooded animals. What did we say about warm-blooded animals? Meaning, mammals can adjust their body temperature. Now, what are some examples of mammals? So, what is the name of the first picture? This one is dolphin. What else? You have also cat. So, the cat giving, or the mother cat gives milk to its kittens. What else? You have also, oh, the dog. You have already shown that one. Saw it. And then you have also the pig. So this pig. And you have also, what is this? Deer. And then you have also the blue whale. So those are some example of mammals. So always remember, mammals, they give milk to their own babies. They have also a mammary gland. Let us learn the fun facts about mammals. Now, what can you see in the picture? What is the name of this picture? So, it is the biggest mammal. What do you call that one? It is blue whale. Blue whale can be measured over 33 meters long and bigger than the largest dinosaurs ever known. It can also produce the loudest sound produced by a living animal. It can produce sounds up to 188 decibels, so that is very loud. So what they call the biggest mammals? It is blue whale. Now, after learning the 5 subgroups of vertebrates, so what are they again? So you have fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. So those are the 5 subgroups of vertebrates. Now, we will proceed to your exercises. So for your exercise, you are going to identify the classification of vertebrates if it is mammals, reptiles, birds, fish, or amphibians. Let's start. What is the name of this animal? It is called as tortoise. Now, how are we going to classify this one? Is it mammals, reptiles, fish? What is the classification? So it is reptiles. So tortoise is considered as reptiles. What about this one? What is the name? It is newt. The name is newt. Now, what is the classification of the vertebrates? It is it mammals, reptiles, or birds? What is the classification? So it is amphibians, correct. So newt is considered as amphibians. So what about this one? What is the name of the animal? It is turkey. So turkey is classified as birds. So turkey is birds. This one. What is the name? This one is a dolphin. Now, dolphin live in water. What classification of vertebrates is this? Is it a fish, amphibians, reptiles, or what? It is mammals. So dolphins are considered as mammals. They have their mammary glands. So they are mammals. What about this one? You have also, what is the classification of this animal? So it is it a bird, fish, mammals? So bat is mammals. So it is considered as mammals. So next for your exercises is you are going to match column A to B. So column A are the classifications of vertebrates. What are they? So reptiles, fish, birds, mammals, and amphibians. And then column B are the descriptions. So let's start. Number 1, reptiles. What are reptiles? A, B, C, D, or E. So it is letter E. So reptiles are animals that have 4 legs or no leg. Number 2, fish. What are fish also? So A, B, C, or D. So it is letter D. So fish are animals that have scales and live in water. Next, number 3, birds. What about birds? It is letter A. So animals that have beak and wings. And then number 4, mammals. B or C? The answer is letter C. So animals that females gives milk to their youngs or babies. And then number 5, the last number, so we'll already know it, letter B. So amphibians are animals that live in water and on land. So those are the answers of your exercises. For your homework, you are going to do an activity here. So write the animals in each classification. So we have the reptiles, mammals, birds, fish, amphibian. And I also enumerated some of the animals here. Example, lion. What group or where am I going to write lion? Is it under reptiles, mammals, birds, fish, or amphibian? So lion it is mammals. So you're going to write lion under mammals. Now you're going to continue. So you have the peacock, rabbit, whale, panda, carp, and so on until alligator. So you're going to write it under each classification. Are there some questions? If none, and thank you. So we'll meet again next meeting.